We are living in a world where the devices, the internet is absolutely taking over, and especially the youth. And it's destroying their social skills, their fitness levels, their happiness levels. It's destroying relationships within the youth. So I'm here to tell you that if you're a member of the youth, a young boy, a young girl, a teenager boy, teenage girl, young adult, or you're a parent that has kids, they need to be in sports and not just for their physical health, okay? It's more than just physically working them out. It's also teaching them the mental skills that they need to progress, that you need to progress in this world. Okay, sports keep you healthily competitive. For starters, they teach you how to lose without being a loser, without being a quitter. You accept defeat, but you don't hate the person that gave it to you. You go back, you reflect, see what you need to work on, and so on. Okay, I'm looking at myself here, but camera's up here. Okay, so not only that, you're learning already from a young age how important it is that you need to practice in order to improve. Because they teach you that practice makes perfect. It's not true. Okay. Practice makes improvement, and you need to keep improving in life every single day. We are evolutionary creatures. Okay. And I'm a male, so I'm mainly going to speak towards sports benefits of extracurriculars because multiple extracurriculars have benefits. And I'm also going to speak mainly towards young boys. Okay. We have so much energy inside of us. And if it's not transferred properly, it turns into aggression and a multitude of negative behaviors. But aggression is one of the main ones, and especially one that we want to avoid. But we have a lot of roughness in us. We have that dog in us. I remember at recess, your whatever we were playing, we found a way to make it physical, right? That's why sports, uh, male sports compared to female sports, is that much more physical, right? Because we have that grit in us, okay? And when you sit 8 hours a day in that classroom and they tell you to shut up and listen, that energy is going to come out and you're going to get suspended, detention, you're going to get medicated, ADHD, whatever. And the whole time you're just trying to release all this energy that you have in you, right? Because if you go to school and you just come home and you're on your devices, I see a lot of kids nowadays with these way too young, way too young. And it's starting to link into Christmas and Thanksgiving and family events. And I don't even take it as disrespect because I think they just don't know any better because the parents just shove the devices in their face. And the parents want a little bit of me time, and the parents want a little bit of this time too nowadays. Very, very, very bad. Kids are fat, kids are socially scared, and kids are going in a scary, 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 scary direction. Okay? So they have all this energy in them if they have a healthy way to transmit it. Like soccer practice at 6 o'clock on Tuesday and Thursday, like swimming on Wednesdays, right? If they have a healthy way to transmit it, they will know that after a few weeks of being on a scheduled system of having Thursday soccer, Wednesday swimming, for example, whatever the days are, they're not going to be so feisty at school. They're not going to get in trouble at school. They're not going to be fighting at a recess, and they're going to get into their body's internal clock will get into a system where during school they're okay to sit down and learn and whatever because they know the energy is going to be released later. They'll get into that system, okay? Through sport, it also teaches you how to build a strong ethic way before working is even on your agenda, way before you even understand what getting a job is. Because you learn from a young age that you need to practice and work hard to be better, and when you're better, you get better results and you get placed on the higher team and you can get scouted and so on. Okay? But it also teaches you skills that you need in the workplace, like people skills, like being a compatible person. When you work with your teammates, it's basically teaching you how to be good with business partners, your like co-workers. When you work properly under your manager, it's teaching you how to work properly under your boss. Okay? Like the same person that's always a teacher kiss ass is a coach kiss ass, whatever. These skills all follow. They're all it's the same principles always follow. It's just different environments. So you learn how to build a good work ethic and you also learn about dopamine. You don't exactly learn what the chemical is and yada yada, but you learn that you need to do something good to get a good reward, which is very, very important because this guy give you dopamine for doing nothing. In 2025, you can type a few buttons in on your phone or on your computer, or on your controller, whatever, social media, video games, pornography, and you could feel amazing for no reason. You don't deserve it at all. And when you have dopamine in your brain, there's a very high chance that you're just going to sit on your couch and do nothing because why do I got to do something? I already feel comfortable. Okay. But you learn through practicing and working hard. Then you get on that field and you score. That's good dopamine. Then you get promoted to the A team. That's good dopamine. And your coach is telling you, hey, you had a good tournament, blah, 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 whatever. We're going to bring you from a bench player to a starter. That is good dopamine. Okay, so they're learning the importance of a work ethic and they're learning that you need to do good to receive a good reward because you don't want your kid getting too comfortable. You don't want your kid getting lazy, fat. You don't want your kid thinking he needs motivation to do things. No, no, no. You need to do things to feel good, not feel good to do things. Okay. Also, through playing sport, I can, from personal experience, I can tell you competitive sports, you will be in many new environments, meeting many, many new people, and you can't crawl in your shell because that will be your fall off. That will be the end of you. You need to adjust and be compatible with these new people, be able to adjust to new situations like this. When you do that at a young age, it comes naturally to you when you're older. If you don't do it at a young age, when you're older, you're stuttering in job interviews. When you have to do a new position at work, you're scared. When you have to get a transfer at work, you're scared. When it's time to do new things in your life, it's not all about work, in life. When it's time to do new things, meet new people, meet your girlfriend's parents, you're gonna be scared. But when you do this stuff at a young age, through fun activities like playing sports, it's not an intimidating thing. You don't think, oh, I'm going to play sports. I'm going to be learning people skills today. No, I'm just going to play sports. All these things you're learning subconsciously. You're just telling, hey, Jeffrey, let's go play soccer. He's thinking this is going to be the best day ever. He doesn't even understand that he's going to play soccer for the next 10 years and he's going to be great with people and he's going to be a disciplined boy and he's going to be a hard worker who understands what it means to work hard and what comes from hard work. And he's not going to be scared of the world. He just thinks he's playing soccer, but you're learning all these things subconsciously. And that's what's so amazing about this. That's why I feel like it should be mandatory. Okay. And also, what I think the most important thing is when it comes to competitive sports is the discipline that it teaches you. Myself and a lot of other people believe that discipline is the highest form of self-respect because you're making the right and best decision for you. Doesn't matter how you feel, doesn't matter if you have motivation. At the end of the day, you shouldn't need motivation. You shouldn't need a reason to make a best choice for you. Okay. You learn that um, when you sleep good, for example, and eat good, you'll perform good. When you're focused on the task, you'll perform in it. The same way you need to study for a test to be prepared. You need to be prepared for game time, right? How do you prepare for game time on your sports team? Eat good, sleep good. What does eat good mean? Let me go back. Don't eat right before a game. Don't eat too much sugar. Don't eat too much. Eat a few hours before a game. Eat the right food. And like I think I already said it. Don't eat too close to the game. Sorry. And sleep good. Sleep good. I mean, I don't really gotta explain it. You don't shouldn't be playing video games until 3 in the morning if you have practice or a game the next day. Even if that game or day is not in the morning, it doesn't matter. You need to be well rested. You can't just wake up, oh, all right, game time. No. The same way you study for a test, you need to physically study for game time, okay? And you'll learn that too, because you'll have your mess ups, you'll have your slip ups. You'll learn what works, what track I need to stay on if I want this. And discipline takes you further than anything else in this life. Discipline and balls, and you gain both of them from this shit. I'm pointing over here, I don't even know why. From sports. Yeah, because listen, discipline builds balls or confidence, whatever you want to call it, because through discipline, you build the evidence that you need to be confident, to believe in yourself, right? If you walk into a test nervous, it means you didn't study well enough. You don't have the evidence to believe in yourself. You need to be disciplined, stay home, don't go out with your friends, study for that test, you walk into the test feeling confident. Discipline builds guts, and discipline and guts are the two things that take you everywhere. One of the best ways to build guts in the youth is by putting them in sports because they think they're just having fun, but subconsciously they're developing their mental skills way more than they're even developing their physical skills. Take care, put your kids in sports, stay away from these screens. I love you. We'll see.